Okay. So, I'm totally pregnant. Oh my god. I am going to say some stuff that I want to remember, or actually probably don't, but know what I went through to be here now. We found out we were pregnant, and we were like, whoa, okay then, we should probably start saving up some money, because we were just traveling around and having loads of fun and figuring out where we wanted to live, and we didn't really like Mum and Nui that much. We did, but it just didn't really work out, so we were like, we'll come back to the South Island of New Zealand because we love it. And so yeah, now we were back here, and then we found out we were pregnant, but we managed to live with Paddy's parents, so we managed to save loads of money, so that's really, really good. And anyway, so the first trimester sucked so bad. I've written down that it was about 9 weeks that my morning sickness started, but I kind of feel like it was maybe earlier than that. So I just got super duper tired, and if you know me, I'm awake at 10 p.m. doing handstands, and I'm like, I'm awake at 10, and Paddy's always like, I want to go to sleep. Let's go to sleep, we'll go out tomorrow. And I'm like, bing, I've got so much stuff to do. That was not the case anymore. It was about 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the evening, and I would be like ready for bed. It was so weird. And I could sleep in the day and have naps, and it was probably my favourite thing, is that being able to go to sleep so easily, because that never happens to me. But yeah, I ended up feeling really sick and just trying to eat stuff, but I wasn't really eating. I just didn't want to eat any food, and the smell of onion and garlic just was the worst thing ever. Like, I just felt so gross. So that was fun. So yeah, and then I started throwing up. Maybe I started throwing up about 9 weeks, but maybe was feeling sick from about 6 weeks. 7, 8, I don't know. But anyway, so and then I ended up throwing up every day, sometimes twice a day, once 3 times a day, and it was really bad. And I got really skinny, and I was like, this is not a fun diet. And I was getting a bit worried because I didn't want to eat anything, and I just would throw up most of the things that I ate, and I would just try and drink lots of water. So yeah, and everyone was worried about me because I've been vegan for coming up for a year. It's been a year now, but it wasn't quite a year at the time. But I was veggie for a year before that, so they were all a bit like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff you can't eat, and there's so much stuff you don't want to eat, and then when you eat you throw up, so this isn't looking good. I went to my midwife and told her, and she put me on some metoclopramide, I think it's called, which you take while you eat, when you're eating, and then it makes it feel, and then it's meant to make you not throw up, which kind of helped, but then also I was still throwing up. And then I was like, dude, it's been about, and then when was it? Oh, 14 weeks. I was like, this is meant to be calming down, and it wasn't, and I was still not really eating that much and still being sick even on the other medications. So I went on to Odansetron, and that seems to have been awesome, and I haven't thrown up since I've been taking that, and it's just been my lifesaver. And I felt so much better, and yeah. But anyway, some other symptoms is that it was, I thought I would glow and I would love being pregnant, it would be awesome. But man, it was tough. I was sleeping all the time. I think because I was throwing up, I just had no energy. Luckily, I was only doing a little bit of work, a few hours a week, so I had just started these new jobs because we just moved back, and I was trying to do that, and I remember brushing my teeth and then throwing up an orange that I just ate, and then being like, I'm gonna be late for work, so I just went to work and turned up like to teach gymnastics, and that was fun times. I just don't know how I survived all of that, but feeling so much better now. Other things that happened was that it would feel really stretchy and pulley inside of my tummy. It was so weird, and obviously I didn't get a bump for so long because I just lost weight, and then my midwife was a little bit concerned that I hadn't really put much on, and then it's only been since I started taking Odansetron at 14 weeks, maybe a few weeks after that, I started to like food again. So now I'm just trying to eat as much as I can. Midwives in New Zealand, just at the first, I found I would always talk to Polly, a midwife in the UK to get her to help me with anything, but I felt like midwives here just don't really... I think I just wanted a lot of support, and I was so emotionally crazy, and I would cry loads and I'd be super tired, and because my whole family is back in England, I was so emotional and so sad, and I was like, I'm gonna go back there, and there was this big drama that I wanted to go back, and then Paddy couldn't get a visa, and it was like, whoa. But no, feeling better now. I think because we like did a big move as well, we like moved our whole self back to Christchurch, and it was just like super duper overwhelming. But anyway, got through that, all good. I liked fruit. That was probably like the main thing that I survived on for the first trimester, just all of the juiciest fruits that I could get my hands on. But then obviously if you eat an orange and throw it up, it is very burning of your throat. But anyway, never mind, got through that. So I had my first scan. I've got my scan picture, I'll show it to you. So this is the scan picture of the first one, and because I was feeling kind of sick and gross at the time, it really hurt that she was pushing down on my tummy. And I really didn't enjoy the first scan. I don't know if it was because she was a student, or she wasn't a student, but I don't know, she would like just passed or something. She was like, is it alright? I was like, sure, go for it. And then she was like pushing really hard, and it was really jumbly and wiggly, and she had to get the measurements, and I was just like, ow. And it felt like for ages she was in there poking my tummy, but I think at the time I was quite sensitive and everything hurt, and I didn't really want to be touched. So yeah, that was the first trimester over and done with. But one of the good things was that everyone said if you're being sick, like, you know, everything's going okay. Like, it was, you know, the baby, something about, you know, the baby's going to be healthy if you're being sick, and like everything that you're feeling is for something kind of thing, which kind of made me feel better. But then I was like, being sick this much isn't very fun. It was almost just like having a really bad hangover every single day. But on the good side, whenever I would fall asleep, because I could fall asleep like that and whatever time, which I loved, and I'd have really interesting dreams. It was like a movie in my head. I think it's because when I was awake, I was just feeling sad and crazy, and then I'd have to eat and I'd throw up, and it was just not that fun. But then when I was asleep, it was like I didn't feel any of that, and I would dream about my friend Emily Ray in England plucking my eyebrows and going out for dinner with people and doing all of this stuff. I had a lot of food dreams. I think it was because I wasn't eating much, so my body was like, well, just dream about eating stuff and that'll be fine. So yeah, I had a lot of food dreams, and also I would want a lot of food that you can't really get in New Zealand, that you can only get in England, or like I used to eat with my family and stuff, which was really weird. Which was really annoying, and chili heatwave Doritos was something that I really wanted to eat, but my mum sent me some, thanks Mum, and they were so good. I was just trying to savour every second of them. I was feeling sick. Things that helped was fruit. I would eat a lot of oats, just like porridge oats. That would feel good, and it felt good to get some energy as well. Cheerios, I did love a good Cheerio. Cereals, a lot of cereals were good, and then I just eat them with almond milk and like maybe try and put a few nuts and things on top. But oh man, all the things that I would eat before I was pregnant I didn't want to eat, and even like avocado sushi I loved before, even now I'm like, I really don't want that, which is so weird. And meat, which I didn't eat anyway, I just still find really gross, and if we come back and someone would have cooked a steak or something, I'm just like, I think that was the thing. I used to come home from work and I used to feel sick, and I would go and throw up, and then I'd come back and it would just smell like meat everywhere, and I'd just go to sleep and be like, I'm just gonna go into my dream world, which was just what got me through, I swear. I had such good dreams. Sprite helped, actually. I would drink Sprite and that would make me feel better, or coconut water would make me feel a lot better. But yeah, now I'm feeling so much better, and less tired. I stay awake till 10 o'clock sometimes now, which is awesome. think I'm halfway through. This is the picture from my second scan, which did not hurt as much, and I was way tougher. And every time I would see my midwife, I think I would cry to her about something, whereas now I feel a little bit more in control of my emotions, but sometimes I still cry over random things, which is really annoying. But never mind. Here it is. And that's its little mouth and nose. And that's a little foot. And we don't know if it's going to be a girl or a boy. And Paddy really wants to find out. But I really want a surprise. And he saw me throwing up so much that he was just kind of like, okay, you've had it pretty hard. You can decide if we find out or not. Because I know he'd tell me if he found out. So we're like, no, it's going to be a secret or a surprise. Yay! Shall I show a little bump shot? I feel like me in the future will want to remember this. Okay, I'm going to do it in the mirror. And I've just got heaps of baby stuff. And I was balancing you on this Moses basket that we got for free. Okay. It's taken me so long, and I'm 23 weeks, and I have this little tiny bump that makes me feel like I'm actually really fat, which is really weird, but yeah, that's the bump. And I just wear big jumpers to cover up because it's almost like, is she pregnant or is she just a bit bloated? Where's the microphone at? So yes, that's all I wanted to say, and I hope it wasn't too long, and see you later.